2016 Ram ProMaster City. This thing is not American made. It may have Ram on it, but it's definitely not as a Fiat. The driver said that she hits the brakes and it's just not gripping, and she has to go way down to the floor. Now I thought it may just need all new shoes and pads, but probably needs pads. But look at these shoes. Now listen or observe. There is no friction whatsoever. Nothing slowing this wheel down. For shoes, you're going to want to hear a little bit of dragging when you turn this. So it won't turn very far and stop. That's the way shoes are supposed to work. It takes a 17mm socket or wrench, tire wrench, and they're studs. The whole thing's a stud. It is basically a bolt. It is not a nut. So I'll show you here. Well, I hope to show you. There it is. That is, typical one is just a nut, but this is a whole bolt. It's like your trailer ones, like you find on a typical trailer. So I'm going to take all of these off. Whoever tightened these last must have been He-Man. Way too tight. Okay, remove the hub. Move the drum. Come on, get out of there. Sometimes they come right off, sometimes they don't. All right, and these are a little thin. You see how thin it is right there? See how thick it is right here. So quite a bit of difference. So first thing, I would take this off, but I'm gonna, I'll go ahead and take it off. I'll show you. I suggest investing in a pair of needle nose locking pliers or needle nose lock grips, vice grips, and you grab hold of the big spring on top, and I might slip here. There, grab it and pull it off. That came off a lot easier. That's going to be the hardest one to put back on. Always is. And when you put it back on, you want it, see how it kind of loops down like a U? You want the U under, not over. Okay? Under, not over. Now I'm looking at this slave cylinder here, brake cylinder, and look, it is torn up here. That's going to be an issue eventually. It's not leaking right now, but it's going to leak. And I'll have to ask her if she wants me to change that out. Okay? I'm pretty sure she's going to say, no, let it go till it actually starts causing trouble. So, and then it's nicked right here. So whoever did this job last time, which wasn't me, was a little rough on these things. Okay? All right. So let me just finish showing you. This is what I really enjoy about this brake system on this drum system on this vehicle. Take this off, by the way. Try to put everything in the order you take it off, or take a picture. I'm just going to put it in the order I took it off. And if there's any question, I just take the tire off the other side and take a look at it. But, take a picture. But I've already done this so many times that I know how it goes. Okay, I have a spring down here, but I'm going to hold off on that because I'll take these off and these will pretty much come out. Now look at these. Most of them have like I call it a dish pan spring. Most vehicles do. I really enjoy these because look how easy this comes off. And it goes on just as easy. It is so neat. And I really like these drum brakes just because of that reason. Most of the time, the normal ones will just come apart or spring, they'll fly everywhere. So I really like them. So let's move this back. And I can go ahead and take it off. See that last spring there? Just comes off. So that's what I'm going to do. That's it. Right now I'm just going to clean everything back here and get ready to put the new one on. This, however, this is your parking brake lever. It's attached to the lever. So we got to pull this off. Again, you're going to want needle nose. Okay, this is how I'm going to take it off. Basically using leverage. I got the vice grip here attached to the end of this parking brake cable. And I'm just going to twist under and out it comes. Now that I'm going to need some help putting back on because that spring is just ridiculous. All right, the brakes are off. The shoes are off. Now, just heads up. I want you to look at these brake shoes. In every single pack, you're going to have two of the parking brake side of the shoe, and then you're going to have the other side. Remember that one parking brake shoe, one shoe that doesn't have the parking brake lever on there, because they're different sizes. This is smaller than this side. You put two of these up here, you're never going to get it tight. You put two of these here, the parking brake, they're going to be too big. You're never going to get this thing back on. So the parking brake side and I call the non-parking brake side. Two different sizes. One's a little bit smaller than the other. Next thing, once you got everything took apart, come here and scrape these mounting pads. Okay, you can, if you have a wire brush or a screwdriver like I'm doing, and just clean that up. And I've already done all the other ones. There's 3 points of contact. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 6 total. And then take some brake grease and put it on there. Brake and caliper grease. And that gives it a little, little lubrication to ride on. And that way it doesn't make that squealing sound as much. Next thing, the most dreaded part of this, getting this parking brake cable back on here. This is going to be a bear. Now, the easiest way I've been able to find to do this is take 2 vice grips, get it the size that you need them. That's too short. About right. All these gnats. A little bit more. Mercy. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back while I have a helper slide this onto here. Okay, after battling with that for like 15 minutes, I finally got it on there. And like I said, the easiest way I configure is 2 people, vice grip here, a vice grip on this side. The hardest part is to pull that spring as far back as you can and slide it on here. It seems easy, but it's a pain. And anyway, you'll figure it out. Okay, fat part here, thin part up here. Fat part goes behind this plate, and see that little circular oval hole there? That's where this goes through the peg. If you notice, this is down here. This is up here on the wheel cylinder. The wheel cylinder up here. See that? Okay. Now, this is what I like about these. Take this, and you notice the back side sits a little higher. I'm gonna get it on this peg, like so, and then just turn up. Simple. So easy. Why can't they all be like that? Okay, this side's done. This side is super easy. There's no parking brake to deal with. Again, remember, fat side on the bottom, this peg on the top. And you're going to slide it in here. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, slide it in here. Just like that. And where's my other, just knocked it out of the way. There's our other clip. So simple. No special tool, no fighting with it. I mean, there it is. So that's there. Now all I have to do is, well, I got these 2 springs, right? These 2 things here. So this will go on the bottom. I could have attached it and then, well, let me do that so I can show you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, attach it here, get it behind this bracket, put it through the peg there, put your clip on. That was a lot easier than what I was going to do. Now, this goes like this. It's turned out quite a ways. I'm going to turn it in a little bit to make, because pads are much thicker. And I may have to take it off a time or 2 to get it just right. Slide, push in, okay? And now I'm gonna test it before I deal with this monster of a spring. I'm gonna see if this drum will slide over it. And the answer is not really. So that lets me know that I'm gonna have to turn this in at least one more turn. Turn it in one more turn. You want the long side on the outside. Now this should be able to slide on here. I say that. Maybe one more turn. This is why you do this before you get that spring on there. Make sure I got this all the way forward. Oh, by the way, I know this wheel cylinder gasket, this rubber is torn. No one has it here locally. I've already checked. I have to order it in, but she needs this on the road in the next day, and it's going to take about 3 days to get it in. So that being said, if you're about to embark on this, go ahead and get your parts, because you might have to order a few of them. So it's not leaking now. We're just going to go with it, have it ready for the next brake job, or if it starts leaking. Okay, slide this on. Okay, now it's going to slide on there. Snug, but it's sliding on there. So now we can finish this job. I put in this magnificent spring in, and this is how it's going to go, guys. You notice it's a U shape here. You want the U to go under, not over. If it goes over, it's just going to rub and be an issue. You want it under. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my trusty vice grip here, adjust it down pretty tight. You want just the nose of it grabbing onto it, because this is a tight spring and that's going to slip off of there. I already know. Let me tighten it just a tiny bit more. Okay. Go on this top slot right here, hook it in, and then with all of your strength, you're going to slide it onto here. Be careful, it can slip off and go flying. Nope, that made that look easy. Keep your thumb on here. Nope, slid out. So let me, there. Now I'm going to hold pressure on it and open this up. Can't do it with my thumb. All right, and you see how it's in there already, but I'm going to make sure it goes in there all the way. Where's my hammer? There we go. Hammer and screwdriver. Just want that to go in. Come on, you. There. Okay, it's in. This brick job's done. Just got to slide this on, and I'll show you what to look for. Let me show you. Okay, I'm going to set this on here temporarily, and it slides on there real easy. Well, that's a little bit of a drag. Yeah, that's about right. If you turn this and it starts to drag a little bit, then you have it right. You want it to drag just enough. So now the important part of this, remember when I told you this was this had studs or bolts to hold the wheel on? See, most American vehicles, all the ones I know of, the studs stay in and then you put the nut. Makes it a lot easier when you go put the drum on. So use my screwdriver. I'm going to set it in there, and that's going to help me line this up. And the reason you want to line it up is because once it's on here, it's a little difficult to turn it where you need to line up the holes. And there we have it. It's pretty much lined up. Now I can help myself by getting that back in there. And you notice the bolt holes now line up perfectly. Okay, so we're done here. So Mailman Mechanic, take your time with this. A little bit aggravating. Save yourself a ton of money if you do it yourself. See you.